Let me tell you a dark truth. People don't care how nice you are, how hard you work, or even how smart you are. If you don't have a charismatic aura, they won't notice you. You'll be invisible in a room full of people. But this video will flip that side. I'm revealing the secrets that will help you develop a magnetic, unforgettable aura. No matter how average or awkward you feel right now, then everything will change. People will turn their heads when you walk in. They will laugh at your jokes more. They will want to be around you, even if they don't know why. So let me tell you those secrets. Secret 1. It is all about the energy you bring. Charisma doesn't begin with the words that come out of your mouth. It starts much earlier, before you even say a single thing. Think about it. When you walk into a room, people don't immediately analyze your sentences or your vocabulary. What they notice first is your energy. Ask yourself, do you look tense, rushed, and distracted? Or do you walk in like you actually belong there? Because here's the truth. People can read your vibe faster than you think. They can tell in seconds whether you're calm and grounded, or nervous and insecure. And that first impression creates a lasting frame around you. Now, here's the secret. Slow down your pace. Most people rush through life like they're in a race, but charismatic people know the power of stillness. When you move calmly, when you don't fidget or look frantic, you signal something powerful without saying a word: confidence. Instead of bursting into a room like you're trying to prove you exist, try entering with presence. Walk in a little slower, shoulders relaxed, chest open. Hold steady eye contact with people. Give a slight smile. And here's the kicker: don't rush to fill the silence. That pause, that unhurried energy, is what makes people pay attention. Think of it like this. Most people chase attention by being loud, fast, or trying to dominate space. But truly charismatic people flip the script. They don't chase, they attract. And attraction isn't forced, it's felt. When you're calm and collected, you create what psychologists call a gravitational pull. People feel drawn toward you without really knowing why. It's not because you're the smartest or the funniest in the room. It's because your energy feels safe, strong, and magnetic. You become the person everyone subconsciously orbits around. And here's the best part. You don't need to fake this. You don't need flashy clothes, a booming voice, or endless words. All you need is to own your space. Take your time. Let people feel that you're centered. The more grounded you are, the more others naturally lean in. Now, let me give you a quick example. Imagine two men walk into a cafe. The first storm in, phone in hand, talking loudly, rushing to the counter, barely making eye contact. He gets noticed, sure, but for the wrong reasons. Now the second man walks in. He's calm. His movements are deliberate. He pauses, scans the room, offers a small smile, and orders without hurry. Guess which one people find more charismatic? Exactly. It's the man who carries presence, not noise. This is why your energy is the first secret to building a charismatic aura. But here's the thing, energy alone won't keep people hooked. Presence gets attention, yes, but what you do next decides if people stay interested. And that brings us to the second secret, which takes your charisma to a whole new level: the way you handle conversations. Secret 2, how you talk is what makes you magnetic. So now that you know charisma begins with your energy, let's move to the next level, conversation. Because presence might pull people toward you, but it's your ability to connect that keeps them there. Here's where most guys go wrong. They think charisma is about having the best stories, the funniest jokes, or the loudest voice in the room. They believe that if they can just impress people enough, they'll be seen as magnetic. But that's not how it works. The real secret? Charismatic people don't focus on themselves. They focus on others. When you shift the spotlight away from proving your worth and onto making the other person feel valued, something magical happens. People walk away thinking, wow, this person is so interesting, even though they did most of the talking. That's because they weren't impressed by your words. They were impressed by the way you made them feel. Think about it. Most conversations today are noisy. Everyone's waiting for their turn to speak, to show off, to get validation. But the person who actually listens, who nods, reacts, asks curious questions, and holds space, that person becomes rare. And rare is always valuable. Here's a practical way to do it. Instead of asking the usual boring questions like "what do you do?" or "where are you from?" go deeper. Ask things that spark emotion and story. Try, "what's been exciting for you lately?" or "how did you get into that?" Those kinds of questions show you're genuinely curious, not just filling time. But it doesn't stop at asking. The real key is listening with full presence. Not fake listening where you nod while thinking of what you'll say next, but genuine attention. Look them in the eyes. React naturally. Smile when they share something positive. Pause when they share something deep. In that moment, they feel important, and that feeling is addictive. Let me give you a quick story. I once watched a man at a dinner party who wasn't the loudest, wasn't the most stylish, and didn't tell a single big story. But people were lining up to talk to him. Because when you spoke to him, he made you feel like the only person in the room. No distractions, no rushing, just presence. That's what charisma looks like in action. And here's the best part. You don't need to fake interest. Every human being has something unique about them. The charismatic person simply chooses to notice it. So remember this, people don't remember facts, they remember feelings. If you can make someone feel seen, heard, and valued, they'll remember you long after the words fade. That's the magnetic power of conversation. But don't stop here, because there's one final secret, the one that transforms you from likable to truly unforgettable. It's the silent signal you send without saying anything at all. And once you master it, your aura becomes unshakable. Secret 3, the silent signal that makes people respect you. You've learned how to control your energy. You've learned how to shift conversations so people feel drawn to you. But there's one final layer, the one that makes people not just notice you, but remember you. And here's the truth, this secret isn't about what you say or do. It's about what you don't do. See, most men leak their charisma without even realizing it. They give away their power every time they seek approval, over-explain themselves, or react too quickly to what others say. It's like they're silently asking for permission to exist, and people can sense that insecurity instantly. But charismatic men, they radiate a different signal, a signal that says, I'm enough as I am. I don't need to prove anything. That's the silent aura signal, and it changes everything. Think about it. When someone teases you, do you laugh nervously or rush to defend yourself? Or do you smile, stay calm, and let the moment pass without it shaking your frame? When someone ignores you, do you shrink into the background, or do you stay present, as if nothing can disturb your peace? This is what I call calm dominance. It's not about being aggressive. It's not about puffing up your chest. It's about standing so steady in who you are that nothing outside of you can shake it. Here's an example. Picture two guys at a social event. One of them is desperate for attention. He laughs too loudly, interrupts conversations, and gets defensive if someone disagrees with him. The other guy? He's calm. He listens. He doesn't rush to prove himself. When someone jokes at his expense, he just smiles and moves on. Guess who everyone ends up respecting? Exactly. The one who didn't need to fight for approval. People trust those who don't flinch under pressure. They're drawn to the ones who seem unbothered by chaos. Why? Because calmness signals strength. And strength is magnetic. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but what if I don't feel that calm inside? Here's the good news. You don't have to fake it. You practice it. Start small. The next time there's an awkward silence, don't rush to fill it. The next time someone challenges you, breathe before responding. The next time you feel the urge to prove yourself, resist. That restraint is power. And soon enough, people will pick up on your signal. They'll feel that you don't need their approval, which ironically makes them give you even more of it. So here's the big takeaway. Charisma isn't about performing. It's about presence. When you walk into a room with calm energy, when you give people your full attention, and when you radiate unshakable confidence without saying a word, that's when you develop a charismatic aura. And once you master these 3 secrets, you won't need to chase attention. Attention will naturally come to you. So let's bring it all together. Your energy is the first thing people notice. Slow down, ground yourself, and walk in with presence. Your conversations are where the magic happens. Make people feel seen, valued, and unforgettable. And finally, your silent aura signal is what separates you from the crowd. When you radiate calm self-assurance, you don't chase approval. Approval chases you. Now here's the truth. Charisma isn't a one-time trick. It's a skill you build every single day. The more you practice these secrets, the more natural they'll become, and the more people will start seeing you as that man with the unshakable presence. And listen, if this video gave you value, don't just walk away and forget it. Hit that subscribe button right now, because I've got so many more powerful tools coming your way to sharpen your charisma. Because once you master charisma, you don't chase opportunities. Opportunities chase you.